Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wilson Live channel. Once again, back in the Tiger Den. We were out here on Monday, and we're back for a pretty big matchup today between the Roosevelt Rough Riders and your Wilson Tigers in the Tiger Den in Washington, D.C. I'm Liam Irvin, alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Now I want to bring you into the broadcast with what we should expect from Roosevelt and what we think about their size matchups and their big man inside. Tell me a little about the Roosevelt Rough Riders.
Well, the Rough Riders come into this one with a 9-5 record, 6-1 in the DCIAA, and recently they've struggled so far. In the last 5 games, they've lost 4 of them, 4 games out of the conference. So they've struggled a little bit so far, picking up a huge victory over School Without Walls in their previous matchup, but their one really huge test for them so far this season was playing one of their arch rivals, Coolidge, early on in this season. And they really struggled in that one, especially at the start of the game, going down 16-2. Especially in that game, they really struggled without one of their key players, Jihad Simpson. Jihad is averaging 17 points per game, 12 rebounds, but has only played 5 games so far. So Jihad, standing at 6'7", the tallest player on this Roosevelt team, should play a huge role in being able to defend these guys like Robert Dockery and Darren Buchanan Jr.
Yeah, so obviously the Tigers coming off a huge W. If you haven't watched that already, make sure to check that out back on the Wilson Live channel. A huge dub against Ron Brown, almost a dunk fest, some would say. So their only official loss on the season comes to Roselle Catholic, ranked high in the nation by 20 points at that slam dunk at the beach tournament. So we'll see. Definitely not a game that the Tigers should sleep on. They've definitely got to lock in for this one. So it should be interesting to see how this game starts.
Yeah, you mentioned that Roselle Catholic game. If you're going to have a loss in the season, you want it to be against a great competition. You want to be able to test yourselves, and that's exactly what Wilson had in that game. Roselle Catholic was ranked 18th coming into that game, now ranked 12th in the country. Multiple Division I players on their team, regarded as one of the top teams in the nation. So if Wilson's going to lose to a team, Roselle Catholic is the perfect team to lose to.
Yeah, so once again, no spectators here today. We've got some college coaches in attendance, a JV team, and the cheer teams for both teams. But otherwise, it should be pretty silent in here, and you'll be tuned into us on Wilson Live as we're underway here. The Tigers win the tip. Tigers moving the ball around. Brimage working inside. That's way off. He gets the offensive rebound and blows the layup. Buchanan Jr. right back up with it. He'll miss it. And a strong presence on the boards early for the Tigers. Rough.
Yeah. That's going to be a theme all game. Tigers have some great size inside with Dockery, Buchanan, and Grissom. Rough Riders got to do a better job of boxing out.
So that was their big man, Yusuf Simpson, who we talked about earlier in the broadcast, the leading scorer for the Rough Riders. Hasn't played a lot of games, though. This is number 23, Ashon Andrews. Andrews will swing it to Devani Jones. Jones will give it up to Kamari Pointer. And the Rough Riders on the verge of a turnover there. Dockery trying to save that. That'll be Rough Riders' ball under the basket.
Rough Riders, very old team coming to this one. 11 seniors on their roster. Expects a lot of experience. We know 2 years ago, this Rough Riders team was able to win the DCIAA championship, knocking off Wilson. So, looking for a little rematch. Tigers looking to get their revenge.
Kamari Pointer will pass it in before the whistle is blown dead. Interesting setting like we talked about on Monday. Not much to get the players hyped up, as the crowd has to be close to none here.
That's exactly right. Wilson really gets a huge advantage when playing at home usually. Without the Tiger Den fans, it's almost just a neutral game.
Fantastic pass there from Darren Buchanan Jr. Bounce pass all the way down the floor to Jeremiah Grissom, who's wearing number 4 tonight, interestingly enough. So look out for him. That's Jeremiah Grissom. Just as we mentioned him, Jeremiah Grissom will pick up the foul there. That's number 23, Ashon Andrews, the 6'3" senior.
Yeah, Andrew's averaging 10 points per game so far this season. Does a great job for them. Roosevelt does a great job of spreading out their points. Multiple guys above 5 points. Expect a very even scoring percentage for them.
Head coach Rob Nickens for the Rough Riders, a legacy coach for them, looking to pick up a big road win here. Buchanan Jr. really has been running that point recently, feels very comfortable in that role. He'll bring it up and find himself at the top of the key. He sets up Dockery at the free throw line extended. Buchanan Jr. will pull for three. That's off, in and out. Board controlled by Ashon Andrews. Andrews will bring it up the floor, guarded by Dockery. Andrews working, and he'll pick up another foul. Dockery not moving his feet. Coach Johnson angry on the sideline.
Yeah, Coach Johnson really strives his team on defense. Said he worked on that a lot through the summer, their chemistry, making sure they're moving their feet. They like to play a lot aggressive, like to get in those passing lanes and then get out in transition. So far, the Rough Riders have done a great job of holding on to that ball, not turning it over.
Pointer working on the scrappy defender, Richmond. He'll have to give that up. Now Philip Flegler will find the ball in his hands. Good motion offense by the Rough Riders early, everybody touching the ball. Open three attempt there. That was Ashon Andrews. That's off the mark though. Dockery pushing the break with the Euro. He'll be fouled. Number 10, Kamari Pointer should pick up that one after the missed three.
Yeah, if you don't know that name already, Robert Dockery had a great start to the season. Coming into this game, having 16 points per game, 9.8 rebounds and 4 assists. 5.7 rebounds and 3 assists. Really a key guy for this Tigers team. Does it all on the offensive end.
That's exactly right. Tigers really pushing the break these past couple games, not afraid to go out in transition. That's where they play their best. Buchanan Jr. obviously electric on the break, but the guard play from Richmond, McCray, and Lomax is also a lot better on the break.
Yeah, exactly right. Tigers back in their full court press.
Yeah, classic
looking to create
zone.
some turnovers.
Flegler will bring the ball up. He finds number 32, Devani Jones, but that'll be a travel. And Tigers basketball. 3-1 here early, 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one.
Yeah, Rough Riders doing a great job of breaking the press so far, even though they turned the ball over. Looking good.
Richmond with a great find cross court. Philip Flegler thought he had a clean block there, but that'll be a foul. Brimage will go to the free throw line. What a find by Richmond cross court.
That's exactly right. Richmond, the senior point guard on this team, has some great vision. Able to find him inside. Richmond showed signs of greatness so far this season. A Brimage at the line, that should be automatic. Brimage comes into this game is regarded as one of the best shooters on this Tigers team.
Misses his first one, very uncharacteristic for Brimage.
Yeah, Brimage comes into this game shooting 87% from the line.
Yeah, if you tuned in
on
for
31 attempts.
If you tuned in for the Coolidge game, a key factor in winning that game. Closing out the free throws, the winning free throws at the line.
That's exactly right.
So the Rough Riders will break the press once again, but Ashon Andrews will give it up. Bounce pass to Darren Buchanan Jr. on the break. Sir, come upstairs early.
Tigers getting in transition after that. Another turnover. The Rough Riders have got to do a better job of valuing the ball. They're breaking the press, but as soon as they've broken the press 2 times in a row, they've turned the ball over.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're really getting out into momentum after they break the press, but once they do break the press, their offense kind of slows down just like this. Not a lot of passing, a lot of ISO play, and a lot of turnovers, almost like that. That'll be a foul on the floor there. They're trying to get the ball into their big man, Yusuf Simpson. He's listed at 6'7", 208. So definitely a big fellow and a big presence inside.
Yeah, Tigers just have a clear size advantage, playing very high pressure, not allowing the Rough Riders to get anything going on the offensive end.
Flegler will give that one up. Dockery running the break, hits off his leg though, and that'll be Tigers basketball. Dockery catches a break there. Looks like he was rushing a bit too much on the catch and almost a turnover there.
Yeah, sort of fumbled the ball there. Off a great steal by him, great high basketball IQ to be able to come on the help side and create that turnover.
So the Tigers will retain the ball with the fresh shot clock. Richmond working at the top of the key. He turns that one over. Flegler working the other way. Rejected by Darren Buchanan Jr., but they'll call that a goaltend. Richmond forcing the pass a little too much. Flegler read that perfectly and ran the break, and to his credit, put it up in traffic and made something happen.
Well, the Rough Riders still in their own press of their own, looking to cause some turnovers and get on the board again.
Buchanan Jr. finds himself with the ball in that point guard role once again. Dockery now will control. Dockery with the pull-up jumper. That's off. Board by Marvin Brimage. Brimage goes right back up, and that's just too strong of an offensive rebound for Marvin Brimage. Timeout, Rough Riders.
Yeah, that's been a theme of this game so far. The Tigers getting on the offensive glass. Second chance opportunities are leading to them having this lead. The Rough Riders have got to do a better job of blocking out. They're in that man defense, and the Tigers have lots of size on the floor. Really have the size advantage inside, and it's allowing the Tigers to extend their lead.
So a 5-point lead, 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. We're still very early here in this first quarter. Once again, as we mentioned, no fans in attendance. Could be a common theme throughout the rest of the season. So Wilson Live has you covered. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a like down below if you haven't already. It would be much appreciated, and it might help you out for future games that you might want to watch. So the Rough Riders inbounding the ball here. Almost a 5-second violation due to some miscommunication. Rough Riders will break the press once again. Kamari Pointer finds himself with the ball guarded by the lengthy Dockery. Pointer fires up a three-pointer. That's off the mark. Great board by Darren Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. double teamed. He'll break right through that and slow the offense down. Good decision. Brimage thinking about pulling it. He finds Dockery in the high post. McCray checks in the game, and he'll find himself with the ball now. McCray back to Brimage. Brimage from way deep. That's off. McCray coming back down, though, and he'll find Grissom. Grissom back to McCray. McCray in the corner. That's off. Board by Dockery, and no one there for the Rough Riders. Dockery with an easy 2 points.
2 offensive rebounds. The trend continues for the Tigers. The Rough Riders go to a smaller lineup with 3 guards, and it's really killing them on the defensive rebounds.
Pointer with an open 3 here. He misses that one. Board by Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. will run the break and get tripped up there. That'll be a foul on the Rough Riders.
Yeah, Buchanan's done a great job so far. A lot of these Rough Riders, as soon as he has the ball, there's almost 4 or 5 eyes on him, all focused on him. He's done a great job of dishing the ball, allowing other guys on his team to score.
So Dockery will inbound the ball to Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. immediately doubled in the post, but he'll start working now. A great step there. Pump fake and works into the lane. Easy 2 points for Darren Buchanan Jr.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's regarded as one of the top prospects in the nation, with a beautiful move inside, even with 4 defenders looking at him.
Pointer playing well here. He's had some open looks early. McCray will pick up a foul on him there. 9-point lead now for the Tigers.
The Rough Riders need to get a bucket here. Like you talked about earlier, in the game against Coolidge, went down 16-2. Fought back later in the game, but really were never able to make up that difference. Ended up losing that game. Rough Riders can't allow this deficit to get any larger.
So Yusef Simpson will inbound the ball, the leading scorer for the Rough Riders. Number 5, Keon Jeter in the game. He finds Yusef Simpson right back underneath. Tigers pushing the pace once again, though. That'll be a walk before Grissom's able to lay it up. But the Tigers do a good job moving the break. Just Grissom getting a little carried away there. Ref was right on that.
Yeah, uncharacteristic mistake from Grissom. Usually Mr. Old Reliable plays his role perfectly. Really the glue guy to this Tigers team.
McCray loses it down low. Dockery going up with it, almost an and one. He misses that. Some sloppy play from the Tigers on the break. Seems like they could have had some more points, but nonetheless, Dockery will find himself at the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, fumbling the ball again. Tigers have got to do a better job. They're doing a great job of causing turnovers, but got to be able to capitalize on those.
Dockery knocks down his first free throw. Pointer trying to break the press here. Tigers really aggressive here. Rough Riders will find success finally. Brazil Hutchinson in the game now. They get the ball to Simpson. Simpson working on Grissom. Simpson will give it up. Rough Riders, not much going. Brimage trying to guard number 5, Keon Jeter. And looks like a foul on the floor will be called off the ball.
A little miscommunication between the refs to the shot clock.
Might have been able to hear the refs there in this quiet crowd.
Yeah, a little bit confused. Tigers shot clock, a little bit of broken when it gets to the 5-point point. Under 5 seconds, it goes to tenths of a second, and the refs are a little confused about that.
Understandable. Simpson will inbound the ball, and he'll walk. That was Keon Jeter who caught the ball. And that'll be Tigers basketball once again.
Yeah, the Rough Riders half-court offense really looking stagnant right now. Really haven't been able to do anything so far. They got to do a better job of trying to attack the basket and penetrate. But so far, haven't been able to do that.
Tigers pushing. Brimage wide open for 3. He misses that one. Buchanan Jr. almost an offensive board, but good job by Simpson there to battle inside. Rough Riders pushing it to prevent the press from setting up, but McCray will pick the pocket of Pointer. McCray going the other way, lefty layup, that's good.
It's exactly what McCray brings off the bench. Second steal of the game. Really adds a spark on the defensive end. Really a high energy guy. The leading scorer off the bench. Just a key guy for the Tigers in general.
Darren Buchanan Jr. attempts the bounce pass there to Brimage. Lost the handle a little bit. And that'll be Rough Riders basketball. Sakazi will check in the game now.
Ray James, first time in the game.
Yeah, Destante Cook checking in for the Rough Riders as well. Pointer will swing the ball to Jeter. Jeter misses that one. Board by Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. will push the break per usual and find Brimage. Brimage working baseline, goes right up with it. That's no good. Dockery on the follow through though.
The rebounds for the Tigers is really what's been giving them this 13-point lead. Robert Dockery again.
And finally a knockdown from 3-point. Yusef Simpson hits it to end the first quarter. We'll be right back for the second quarter. Make sure you drop a like down below and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And we're back at the Tiger Den. Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. So far, Tigers really putting on the pressure here on the Rough Riders. They're up 10 after a 3 just before the quarter from the Rough Riders. Seemed like they just hit their momentum in the final minute. But now they'll see if they can make up some points here to end the half.
Yeah, after the Rough Riders on this offensive end, you got to get the ball to Jihad Simpson. 5 of those 8 points for the Rough Riders in that first quarter.
So Jeter knocks down a 3. Sakazi will find himself with a 3. He misses that one. James on the offensive rebounds. That's good.
Another offensive rebound was the trend in that first quarter. Seems like to be a trend throughout the game so far.
Way off on both layups. Board by Buchanan Jr. He's simply too much of a presence inside for the Rough Riders to go up on him.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if the Rough Riders continue in this press. It seems to be hurting them more than they've helped them. Haven't been able to turn the Tigers over at all, and it's really allowed, even though the Tigers haven't been knocked all of them down, but allowed the Tigers to get some wide open 3-point attempts, especially in that left corner. Allowed the Tigers to get on the offensive rebounds, and really think this press is killing them.
Yeah, agreed. Also might think about a zone just for rebounding purposes, just so they can have someone inside at all times. We know the Tigers can really shoot from 1 to 5, so able to spread the floor and then causes the court to be so spread out that offensive boards are easy for the Tigers. McCray will find Dockery. Rough Riders do seem to be in the zone now. Dockery finds Buchanan Jr. inside, too strong. Buchanan Jr. tells him he's too little.
Too strong, too big. Buchanan, if he can do it against Roosevelt Catholic, against the big men that have offers from all top Division I teams in the country, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to do it against the Rough Riders.
Great block by Kakare James there.
Buchanan gaining some of that more of that respect. Recently gaining interest from schools like Georgetown, other top schools in the nation, including getting an offer from George Mason.
Tigers moving the ball around this zone well, but Rough Riders covering it well as well. Sakazi with the pull-up. That's offensive rebound. Oh boy, Rough Riders are in trouble here.
Yeah, James has brought a great spark off the bench for the Tigers. Done a great job on the offensive rebounds.
It's another three for the Rough Riders. Yusuf Simpson been money thus far, and that'll keep it a 10-point game.
Yeah, really trying to keep the Rough Riders in this game. Really been the sole producer for the Rough Riders on the offensive end. See if that continues or see if he can get some help.
Buchanan Jr. will shoot it and look for a foul. Nothing called there.
The struggles continue for the Tigers from behind the line. Haven't been able to knock down an open three-pointer or a three-pointer in general so far this game. Again, some more confusion about the clock.
Buchanan Jr. swings to Sakazi. Sakazi for three. That's off.
Over the back foul is going to be called against the Rough Riders. Kakare James again does another great job of boxing out.
McCray will find himself on the inbound once again. Lob to Buchanan Jr. Sir, come upstairs. Darren Buchanan Jr. with another slam.
Staring down that crowd. I know he's missing those Tiger fans.
Tyreek Drew in the game for the Rough Riders. Dockery will pick up a foul on him. That's at least number 2.
Yeah, going in, you got a game plan. You got to know on those inbound plays, they always are looking for Buchanan on that alley-oop. That's just a simple mistake made. I don't know if the players weren't aware, if they just didn't listen to the game plan, or if just something went wrong.
Yeah, it seems like they were expecting it the first time. Second time they got a little lost. And even if you're covering it sometimes, it's impossible to get a hand up and jump as high as Buchanan Jr. can get.
Exactly right. We saw on Monday in that game, he had a huge monstrous slam that ended ultimately getting him on overtime.
That's exactly right. Some big publicity for the Tigers basketball team.
Another missed layup on the fast break, but Tigers get another offensive rebound.
So that'll be a Tigers timeout. Rough Riders bench livid about that out of bounds call, but it should be Tigers ball after the timeout. 13-point lead for the Tigers with 5 minutes left. We'll be back. So we're back once again. The Tiger Den, Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Tigers find themselves inbounding the ball under the basket. Great find from Greg Lomax there. James lays that one up easily.
Tigers still in this press. Rough Riders again continuing to struggle on the defensive end, especially inside. Tigers still slowly by slowly extending their lead. This now up to 15.
Yeah, Yusuf Simpson unable to catch that one. That will fall out of bounds. Tigers controlling once again. Tigers shot by Sakazi. James on the offensive rebound once again.
James showing athleticism, not just in the right position, but this time able to grab the rebound over the Rough Riders defender and finish with the layup.
Simpson inside. That'll be a foul on Dockery once again. Oh boy, that's not good for the Tigers forward.
Yeah, Dockery has been a little bit slow in this game so far. We saw in that Roosevelt Catholic game really struggled, only 6 points in that one, and especially in that game, you really needed to get some scoring from somewhere else besides Buchanan. Buchanan had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals, and that one really did all he could to try to win. But Dockery, regarded as like the leading scorer, the second leading scorer for the Tigers, not showing up big in that one.
Yeah, I was actually about to reference that. You read my mind. Kind of reminds me of that game as well. Dockery was in foul trouble in that one and just generally struggling. So it'll be good to see him knock down a couple shots and get some confidence back in him.
Exactly right.
Lomax to Richmond, and that play will be blown dead. Refs seemingly confused about the clock. Richmond, Lomax, James, Brimage, and Buchanan Jr., the lineup on the floor for the Tigers. Richmond will travel there. Rough Riders zone looking good so far on the defensive end, just unable to grab offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing a very high matchup 2-3 zone where wherever the ball is, the defender on that side is playing high aggressiveness, pressure on the ball. But then it's forcing when the Tigers get up a shot, easily able to get the offensive rebound.
Simpson inside, almost a turnover for the Rough Riders there, but they're able to make something happen.
Tigers just get it across, avoiding the 10-second violation.
James misses the layup there. Good pass from Richmond.
Tigers so far going deep into their bench. 9 players have played for the Tigers so far.
Yeah, Grissom checks in now. Tyreek Drew will pick up a charge there. Richmond in the right place at the right time. Great defensive possession and rotations from the Tigers there, almost causing 2 turnovers and then a foul, and Richmond gets right back from that foul and draws a charge. Great job by him.
It's exactly right type of play that Coach Johnson wants on his floor. Striving on the defensive end. Richmond putting the body on the line.
Lomax fires a 3. Don't see that too often. That's off the mark. Pointer trying to run the offense so far. He'll throw up a 3 there, and that's no good. And a missed layup underneath. Number 23, Ashon Andrews. Buchanan Jr. will bring up the ball now.
Yeah, that's just a simple mistake that you can't be having in a game where you're down 14.
So a missed jumper there from Lomax. That'll lead to an Ashon Andrews lay.
Beautiful finish by Andrews, taking it coast to coast. Showing the athleticism.
Lomax will find Richmond. Richmond with the fake. Richmond with the floater. That's no good. Buchanan Jr. underneath. That's good. Another offensive rebound for the Tigers.
Can't say it enough. Rough Riders just really struggling on the defensive rebounds. I would say it's the primary reason why the Tigers are up in this game.
Ashon Andrews working on Brimage. Andrews in the lane. That's good. Back-to-back buckets from Ashon Andrews.
Great job attacking the basket. The Rough Riders want to get it back in this game, and that's exactly what they have to do. Like to see them try to attack the pick and roll, really try to get it inside and keep forcing the Tigers to shoot.
Brimage for three. That's good. Marvin Brimage with the deep three knocks it right down.
When I said force them to shoot, I didn't mean force Marvin Brimage to shoot. Brimage showing the range. That's not the guy you want to leave open.
Nice pull-up jumper inside from Amani Rivers over Grissom. Buchanan Jr. with the find inside. Grissom going up strong in traffic. Good find from Buchanan Jr. Good finish from Grissom.
And that's really what makes him so difficult to guard, is that he's 6'7", and he's such a great scorer that he brings so much eyes on him, but he has such great vision. And he's just been able to make that little easy dump-off pass that most guys at his age don't make.
Lomax and Richmond will check out. James and McCray back in the game. So number 10, Kamari Pointer, will find himself at the line. Misses that one. Board from Grissom. Buchanan Jr. will push the pace. Pull-up jumper from Buchanan Jr. That's off the mark. Board by Tyreek Drew. Good job by him going up in traffic. Rough Riders trying to push the pace, but slowed down by the good defense of Brimage. Brimage sliding his feet well. Drew inside working on Grissom. That's no good. Buchanan Jr. will push the break once again. Brimage wide open for three. Bang! Marvin Brimage for three.
Brimage started out the game a little slow, but knocks down his back to second three-pointer in a row. Able to extend the Tigers' lead.
Easy floater inside from Armani Rivers there. McCray riding his hip and gets caught. Brimage back the other way. Knocked down. Oh my goodness. Marvin Brimage hot to end the half. That'll be a 19-point lead for the Tigers going into the half.
Yeah, can't leave him open. Exactly what we talked about. That press hasn't been successful so far for the Rough Riders, really allowing the Tigers to be able to break it very easily and allowing those three-pointers in the corners especially to be wide open. Brimage really took over that game in that last 2 minutes of the second quarter, extending the Tigers' lead to 19. Rough Riders have a chance to get back in this one, but got to do a better job on the defensive end, blocking out, and then the offensive end, got to get some more scoring in.
So we'll be back after the half. Once again, make sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a like down below. It'd be much appreciated, and we're bringing you Wilson Sports for the rest of the year, so stay tuned. Good afternoon, Tiger Nation, and welcome back to the Tiger Den. We've got a new half here. Tigers entered this one up by 19 points. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Nat, tell us about the themes of that first half and what the Rough Riders got to do to get out of this deficit.
I mean, it started from the jump. The Rough Riders really struggled on the defensive rebounds, allowed the Tigers to get multiple offensive rebounds on certain possessions, score multiple second chance points, and I would say it's the primary reason the Tigers are up so much in this game, leading by 19. And then later on so especially in that second quarter, late in that second quarter, we saw Marvin Brimage be able to take over the game, knocking down 3 straight three-pointers for the Tigers, and that started, I feel like, with a mistake that that the Rough Riders have been making in pressing. They've allowed the Tigers to get some wide open threes in the corners and allowed the Tigers to extend their lead late in that second.
So Tigers start with the ball. They run a play off the jump. Find Grissom underneath. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Brimage this season picked up his first Division III school offer to a school up in the upper Northeast.
Yeah, big opportunity for him and the Tigers. Now got 4 guys with offers to college. Grissom knocks down the second free throw. Tigers will be back in their press once again. Flegler trying to break it now. Good job by the Rough Riders. Now trying to push the pace, and that'll be a turnover once again. Brimage to Richmond to Grissom. Grissom will swing to Dockery. Dockery with a big hop, and he goes right up with it. That's no good. That'll be Rough Riders basketball. Good defensive possession from the Rough Riders and the man.
Yeah, see if they can capitalize on this stop. Rough Riders offense very slow in that first half at times. I'd like them to go back to Jihad Simpson. Had 10 points in that first half. The leading scorer for the Rough Riders.
There he is working in the low post on Richmond. That's off. Looks like he had a clean shot, but no good. Buchanan Jr. will bring the ball back the other way and go all the way to the hole. No good. Great board by Grissom. That'll be a jump ball call, though, from the ref.
Yeah, Tigers got their scoring from a lot of different guys in that first half. We saw a great run from Kokara James. Had 8 points and did a great job on the offensive rebounds.
Kamari Pointer will find Ashon Andrews, who flips it up. That's no good. And that'll be Rough Riders basketball off for Richmond.
Yeah, playing a little volleyball with the ball there. Both teams just couldn't gain possession on the rebound, just knocking it up and down. Ultimately, will end up to Rough Riders basketball.
Brimage trying to close out on Flegler there. Offensive board from the Rough Riders. And the Rough Riders take a page out of the Tigers' book and grab an offensive board and capitalize off it with 2 points.
Yeah, again, another volleyball possession right there from the Tigers. It's going to knock right out of Buchanan's hands, right into Jihad Simpson's hands for an easy 2 points.
Buchanan will work inside. Way too strong for the Rough Riders. Easy 2 points for Darren Buchanan Jr.
Yeah, Buchanan really has been able to get anything he wants inside, especially in that first half. 10 points. Did a great job on the defensive rebounds and really just doing everything he can to have this Tigers team win.
Seems like the Rough Riders catching a bit of a stride and breaking that press finally. They did pretty well with just not able to push the ball to where they want and be comfortable to work into their half-court set of offense. But now it seems like they're getting the ball in their guards' hands.
Yeah, the issues on their offensive end wasn't really breaking the press. It was when they would break the press, they turned the ball over a lot, and also just their offense just looked very stagnant, couldn't get anything going.
Another offensive board from the Rough Riders there. Simpson misses that one, though. Brimage pushing the break, finding Dockery. Dockery slams it home. Come upstairs, Sir Robert Dockery.
Rough Riders got to do a better job of getting back in transition. You got to know from the Tigers going into this game that they're going to want to try to get out of transition, try to have these big flashy dunks. And can't allow that to happen.
Sean Andrews checking out the game. And Tyreek Drew will check in for the Rough Riders. Turnover there. Dockery coming back the other way. He'll be fouled. That was Kamari Pointer on the turnover and the foul.
A slow first half for Dockery standards. Only 3 points.
Buchanan Jr. will fire a three. That's no good. Board by Drew. Drew will push the pace to Pointer. Pointer will walk.
Yeah, just trying to move it too quickly. Tigers are back on the defensive end. Got to slow that one down. Get into your half-court offense. Get set instead of just trying to attack the basket when you got big guys inside like Brimage and Dockery.
22-point lead now for the Tigers. Buchanan Jr. seems like a set play. Dockery will come off the screen from Grissom. Dockery working. Dockery in the ISO game. Dockery goes up. Count the bucket, Robert Dockery working inside for the and one.
Yeah, great design play. Dockery got the switch he wanted. Thought they might have attacked down low into Buchanan. He also had a good matchup, but Dockery just able to rise up through contact and finish through with the foul.
Yeah, that's the Dockery we want to see right there. He's really great at creating, and just seems like as of right now, too many teams have been running zones for him to really go off the make something happen, and boy did he make something happen.
Another turnover, little miscommunication between Flegler and his Rough Rider teammates. Tigers have an opportunity to extend their lead even more, past 25. Highest lead of the game.
So Richmond will find himself at the top of the key. He swings it to Dockery on the wing. Dockery to Grissom in the corner. Grissom fires it inside. Luckily goes cross court to Brimage. Brimage working inside. Brimage going up, and he'll be fouled.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Johnson, that's exactly what I want from Brimage. We talked to Coach Johnson early on in this season, and one thing he talked about Brimage was we know Brimage is a great shooter, but he wanted Brimage to really find his own and being able to create his own shot, not just off the catch and shoot, not just from behind the line, really develop into an all-around offensive player. Showing signs of that right there, able to attack the basket with a beautiful hop-step move.
Yeah, and you have heard a couple guys on the team talk about how great of a scorer Brimage really is. Just sometimes he doesn't have the ability to get in his bag like he wants to. And you might have even seen that on the 94 feet. If you haven't, go to the Instagram Wilson_live to check that out. Brimage uncharacteristically missing 2 free throws this game, shooting 87% on the season. That'll be a 10-second violation. Oh boy. Flegler unable to get it across the half-court line, and that'll be another turnover for the Rough Riders and Tigers basketball.
Yeah, that's one of the main ways the Tigers use their press, especially against these good teams, is they use the press to slow the other team's offense down, force them to have, even if they cross the half court, which the Rough Riders weren't able to do there, only have 20 seconds instead of 30 seconds to be able to work.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So Dockery up on his 3, tries to pick the pocket of Jeter, but the Rough Riders will retain. Jeter finding Drew inside. That's no good. Back up goes Simpson, and that's good.
Jihad Simpson doing everything he can to try to keep his team in this game. Averaging 17 points this season along with 12 rebounds. Doing as much as he can on that offensive rebound, but might not be enough.
Buchanan Jr. will pull up. That's no good. Oh, board by Dockery. That'll be a jump ball. And that'll be Rough Riders basketball.
Yeah, I believe it should be Tigers, as the Tigers started with it. We've already had one jump ball.
Buchanan Jr. will catch the ball inside, and he'll go to the free throw line once again. Grissom took a fall there, kind of caught the Rough Riders off guard, and Buchanan Jr. was wide open at that low block there, able to work inside and draw a foul.
Buchanan just too big. You got to foul him, forcing him to make some free throws instead of knocking down an easy layup.
Some college coaches in attendance tonight to check out Buchanan Jr.
It'll be interesting to see where Junior is going to take his talents to the next level. Bennett Wilson, 4 years, had lots of success so far. Unfortunately, did not have a junior season, but freshman year was able to contribute to that team. Was able to win the DCIAA championship. Sophomore year was able to get to the DCIAA championship and DCSSA championship. Fortunately, not able to win either one of those, but looking to finish off his high school career right by getting back there.
Yeah, and boy, does he have some options. Great defense from the Tigers here. Richmond almost causes the steal. Dockery running the break. He goes up strong, falls hard into the wall. That's a scary play there, but he'll go to the line once again.
Yeah, dangerous play. Trying to go up for the dunk there, but the Rough Riders defender almost tries to cut out his knees or legs by running up underneath him.
Dockery misses another free throw. A lot of missed free throws for the Tigers here. New unit in for the Tigers: Coble, McCray, Dockery, Lomax, and Buchanan Jr. Dockery knocks down the second free throw. Lomax picking up Brazil Hutchinson. Hutchinson will give it up to Flegler. Flegler with 15 on the shot clock. Will drive the lane on McCray. McCray forces the turnover. McCray to Dockery. Dockery going up strong, and that's good.
Great finish from Dockery in transition. Tigers continuously creating turnovers, and this time able to capitalize on it.
So Hutchinson working on Lomax. Almost another turnover, and that will be a timeout from the Rough Riders. Looking confused here with this Tigers unit in. We'll be back after the timeout. And welcome back to the Tiger Den here. Rough Riders will inbound the ball under the basket. 29-point lead for the Tigers here. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Another miscommunication from the Rough Riders. They'll finally control and then throw it right out of bounds.
You can see the frustration on the players, just not communicating. Just can't be happy that they're down 29 points in this one.
McCray guarded tightly by Pointer here. Rough Riders finally out of that zone type press, now in a man. McCray with the huge euro, off with the left though. Number 24, Fard Jarrett in the game for the Rough Riders. Almost a turnover from Yusuf Simpson. McCray is so scrappy on the defensive end.
Yeah, if the Rough Riders want to get back in this game, any chance to get back in this game, they got to get a bucket here. Well, Tigers have a 29-point lead. If that lead gets above 30, the clock will continuously run until the lead is cut down to 20.
Pointer inbounding the ball. He finds Jarrett, that's off. Dockery will control with a minute and a half left. Dockery step in the lane. He'll be fouled, that's on the ground though.
Yeah, Dockery brings so many bodies when he attacks that rim. 3 guys collapse, and if it wasn't for the foul, it would lead to a wide open Greg Lomax three-pointer in the corner.
So they changed that to a 1-and-1, so Dockery will find himself at the line now. Knocks down the first free throw.
Dockery done a great job getting to the line so far in this game. Tigers have a big week of basketball this week. 2 more games left on the schedule, including one at the Tiger Den this Friday against School Without Walls.
So Pointer will control. Good pass inside to Jarrett. Jarrett rushes it a little too much, and that's a travel and a turnover. 31-point lead for the Tigers now. Clock will continuously run as mentioned. A minute left in this third quarter. Dockery working. Goes the opposite way of the screen. That'll be a travel. Sakazi checking in the game for Dockery. Lomax will pick up a foul there.
Yeah, complete bench lineup in for the Tigers.
Destante Cook working now. He'll find Simpson, and that'll end the third quarter. Big lead for the Tigers here, 31 points. We'll be back for the fourth. And welcome back once again. Only a quarter left of play. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Rough Riders really struggling now. Clock will continuously run to start this fourth quarter. 31-point lead for the Tigers. Pointer will step back for three. That's no good.
Yeah, Rough Riders have forced too many threes throughout this game. I'd like to see them try to attack the basket, look for some better shot opportunities, but they continuously try these step-back threes.
Tigers in a 2-3 zone now. Kakare James picks up the foul.
Yeah, I thought that was great defense by James and Coble, but refs thinks otherwise.
Yeah, so a whole bench unit in. As we mentioned, Coble, Lomax, McCray, James, and Sakazi.
Yeah, and even though it's a bench lineup, all 5 of these guys play a huge role for the Tigers. Expect them to have a huge role when the Tigers enter playoff play, when these games really start to matter.
So Simpson makes his second free throw. Lomax now finds Sakazi. Back to Lomax. Lomax driving the lane. Looks like he worked through some contact there, but nonetheless, he makes that.
Yeah, beautiful finish inside by Lomax. Able to use his body to shield the ball and flick it right up and in.
Pointer finds himself open for a three. That's off. Sakazi unable to box out Simpson, and that's an offensive board. So Simpson going up strong there. Sakazi with a good board there. Lomax will run the break now. Coble open for three in the corner. That's off. Another turnover from the Rough Riders. Sakazi diving on the floor. That'll be Rough Riders basketball though.
Four minutes left in this one. Tigers will advance their record to 13 and 2 after this win over the Rough Riders. Rough Riders will fall to 9 and 6.
Yeah, to recap the Tigers season, they started strong here with a win over a good Fairfax Christian team, then a win away in a crazy setting at St. Albans, a win against Banneker, Lanham Christian, Lake Clifton, Bell, unable to play the Flint Hill game, which was unfortunate. That would have been a good matchup. A huge win over Cardozo, the slim win against Coolidge in a great game. Some are calling it the DCIAA game of the year, and really haven't slowed down since that Roosevelt Catholic game. Win against Dunbar, and they are forced to forfeit the game at Eastern, which would have been a good matchup for them, to say the least. Able to beat Georgetown Prep, lost in the Slam Dunk at the Beach tournament to Roosevelt Catholic, pulled out a back-to-back wins against Good Counsel and Ron Brown, and seemingly will pull off another win here against a pretty solid Roosevelt team. They'll face off against School Without Walls this Friday and then play in a MLK showcase at the St. James this Saturday.
Just like to appreciate all the support we've been having recently. Had over 1,100 viewers against Coolidge. Support has been crazy recently, and especially without these fans. You guys have been doing a great job of tuning into these games, supporting, saying things in the chat. We really appreciate you tuning in.
Coble knocks down a 3 there. Shout out Ben Coble. Yeah, just to echo what Nat said, just immense support on all platforms from you guys. The Instagram has had its most views ever. Our Coolidge game was our most viewed ever on YouTube by far, and the girls game before that was our second most viewed. So just so much support from you guys, and we really appreciate it. We want to keep it up. We have many plans to better the Wilson Live channel, and we'll both be around for another year to grow this channel for you guys.
Yeah, we'll be here all year, leading the rest of the basketball season into our playoffs for DCIAA and DCSSA, but then into sports like baseball, where Wilson looking to have some success in that. Got a very talented team with guys like Kai Leskas, who's going to Georgetown, Gabe Alexander, multiple guys looking to add some trophy into their trophy cases. And then if you're interested in sponsoring Wilson Live, on the Wilson Live the Wilson newsletter, there's a link to where you can fill out some information if you're interested in sponsoring us to help support Wilson Live, but also to help grow your own business or whatever you're trying to sponsor.
Yeah, we're willing to work with you guys and do whatever you might like. So just under a minute now. Zakazi pushing the break. Looks like he might have gone up for a dunk there, but he smartly lays it up. And the Tigers will take this one home. Big W for them against a talented Roosevelt team, like we mentioned. Coble will settle to Lomax. Lomax to Foy in the corner. Foy for 3, that's off. Rough Riders pushing the break, and they'll float it up, that's off. Same team fighting for the rebound. Great pass underneath, and a layup there for number 50, Alamani Toure. And that'll be the game, folks. A huge win for the Tigers. Final, they win by 28 points here.
Tigers able to get revenge after losing to the Rough Riders 2 times 2 years ago, including the DCIAA championship. Great team win for the Tigers and able to extend their season.
We'll be back once again. Appreciate your support. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe down below. It's been Liam Irvin and Nat Wigman on the Wilson Live team. We appreciate you guys.